duty to accommodate. First of all, for everybody who doesn't know, what is a duty to accommodate?
The duty to accommodate, John, is one of the most fundamental tenets of employment law, probably over our legal system completely. It recognizes that some people have rights because they're more vulnerable, and others that have power have to accommodate, have to help them. So the duty to accommodate says, in the context of employment law, that an employer has to provide some support and help to employees in certain situations. Oftentimes it's in the context of a disability or a medical leave. If I'm not healthy and I need you to help me do something as my employer so I could do my job, maybe you could provide me modified work or give me some flexible hours or allow me to work from home. If doing those things is what the duty to accommodate is to provide that accommodation that I need so I can continue doing my job. That could be also in the context of religion. So if I, for example, observe a religion that requires me to be at a church or at a mosque or a synagogue Friday afternoon, you may have to accommodate me by allowing me to leave my employment early. So there's a number of things that fall under this rubric, and it's a very strict duty that employers have.
Who has the right?
So everyone working in Ontario has the right to the duty to accommodate, as long as the duty is tied to a recognized right. What I mean is it has to be tied to something like race, ethnicity, religion, disability. You can't be accommodated because you prefer 1970s car and then they tend to break down and you're late to work.
Hogan's Heroes at 4 o'clock on a Friday.
No, Hogan's Heroes, no, it's a good show.
It's not going to work.
Despite that, no. But if you have to be at home at 4 because you have to take certain medication or because of another health reason, then your employer has to accommodate you, and it's a very strict duty, John.
When's an employee not entitled to that accommodation?
So generally, an employee is not entitled to accommodation if it's too difficult for the employer. If the employer has tried legitimately implemented or try to implement measures, but it's too difficult. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe it's going to cost a lot of money. Then at some point, the employer can say, yeah, you know what, this is just too much. I don't have to go that far. But what I want that you to understand and our viewers to understand, it's a strict duty. It's not enough for the employer to say it's difficult. Some difficulty is still acceptable. Some difficulty still has to be overcome. It's only when, to accommodate you, John, I'd have to open a brand new office somewhere or I have to lose clients. Well, at that point, that may be too much. But if it means I have to maybe incur a bit of a loss or a bit of a cost, I still have to accommodate you. In my experience, I've seen a lot of employers refusing to accommodate because it's too difficult, but the law still says they have to. It's a very strict duty, what we call up to the point of undue hardship.
So they have to do it. It's a human right, really. It's a job right.
It's a job right. It's a human right. The Human Rights Code, I'm sure most of our viewers have heard of it. It's a very important statute because it protects certain vulnerable people, people that may have certain rights because they're of their religion. We value those things. We want people to be treated equally, not to be discriminated against because of their religion or ethnic values or disability. And part of that is for an employer to accommodate them if they need it.